Hi, in this video I'll be showing you how to properly execute bent over rows with dumbbells. So I have seen people make a lot of mistakes with bent over rows, so I thought I'll make an instructional video about how to do a proper bent over rows. Now bent over rows is a pulling movement, so it involves your back muscles. Your back muscles are worked, your latissimus dorsi, your biceps. So it is a very important exercise and a lot of people go wrong with this exercise. So let's see how it is done correctly. First I'll show you few reps of a properly executed bent over rows, and then I'll get into the details of the form and technique of this exercise. I'll also show you how it looks from the front. My hands are in a natural hang position. Stance is hip width. Now I'm pushing my hips back and bending over. Pushing my hips back and bending over. Pushing my hips back and bending over. Here. I'll stop here. Right? And then I'll pull the dumbbells straight up and straight down. Stand up straight and then rack the dumbbells. Okay, so now let's go stepwise. So if you noticed, I am picking the dumbbells from the bench and not from the floor. This is because I don't want to waste my energy by picking the dumbbells from the floor. So it is better that you pick up your dumbbells from the bench. And if you notice, it is in A shape. The dumbbells are placed in an A shape. This is because my hand position will be in a natural hang position. So this is your natural hang position, and it is the most comfortable position for you for pulling exercises like bent over rows. So this is the natural hang position. So that's why the dumbbells have been kept in an A shape. Now from here I will move close to the bench. You will always move close to the weights. Then keep your back arch. Hold the dumbbells tightly. Keep your back arch and then stand up straight. Extend your knees back and then take one step back. And your stance will be hip width, right? Your stance will be hip width. Like this and not broad. After getting the stance, now from here you need to push your hip back. So you need to bend over by pushing your hips back. See, I am pushing my hips back and my knees are getting slightly bent. The knees are slightly bent and I am pushing my hips back. And when my torso is almost parallel to the floor, then I'll stop. So this is a position, and then I'll pull the dumbbells straight up and straight down. So I'll retract my shoulder blades first. So I've retracted my shoulder blades, right? And then I'll pull the dumbbells straight up and straight down like this. So if you notice, my dumbbells are going straight up and straight down over the midfoot. This is how the pathway of the dumbbells should be. It should always be 90 degrees to the floor and over the midfoot, perpendicular to the floor, in line with the gravity. That's where you are properly balanced, and that's where you can efficiently pull the dumbbells straight up and straight down. So be it in any lifts, like if you see squats and deadlifts, the bar will always be over your midfoot. If it is not, then the joint action is not happening properly and the form is somewhere wrong. So make sure that your bar pathway, dumbbell pathway is always over the midfoot. And regarding breathing, I am breathing out and breathing in at the bottom. See. So when I am here at the bottom, I am breathing out and then breathing in and tightening my core, abdominal region. And if you are a beginner, if you find this breathing pattern difficult, you can simply start off by breathing out and then breathing in from the nose. This is a beginner pattern if you are not comfortable doing the previously shown breathing pattern. And as you progress, start practicing the breathing out and the breathing in at the bottom. So that way you will be more able to tighten your core properly. So practice that breathing out and breathing in at the bottom. So when you are doing breathe out and breathe in from your mouth. Like this. Also keep your neck in line with your spine. It should be neutral. Do not hyperextend your neck and then do rows. This might unnecessarily put stress on your cervical region. So always keep your neck in line with your spine. So now let's see what all mistakes people make when performing this exercise. So I'll just move the bench a little bit so I have some space to show you the mistakes. Okay, first, if the weight is too heavy for an individual, if they have picked a lot of weight which they can't pull properly, they normally would do like this. So their upper back will come up, right? Like this. So ideally it should be stable and fixed, and minimal movement should happen in your torso. So keep it straight and pull. Don't do like this. Don't jerk. Also, I have seen this one thing that people do is bring their dumbbells ahead and not in line with the gravity over their midfoot. So the dumbbells are quite light for them, and then they perform something like this. They come up and then they bring the dumbbells like this. Come up. So here what is happening is you are going in and out of the line of gravity and not over the midfoot. That's where the dumbbells should be. So don't do like this. It will not bring out your lats by curling the dumbbells like this. It's not an efficient way of pulling the dumbbells. So always straight up and straight down. That's how you lift, and that's how the lats work properly. You need to overload the lats. The latissimus dorsi's function is shoulder extension. So whenever you do like this, your lats are automatically working. You don't need to unnecessarily give a stretch at the bottom and then pull up. Just go straight up and straight down and progressively overload. Also, I have seen that someone who is just starting out strength training, and also with my clients, when they come to me, they are not able to hinge their hips properly. That is, bring their hips back properly. Like this. They are not able to do this. They do something like this, squats. They bend their knees a lot, and then the thoracic spine, the upper back is round. So don't do like this. Always bend over by pushing the hips back. This is called hip hinge. Hip hinge. And that way you will prevent injuries to your lower back also, and that's the if you get the hip hinge right, you will be able to execute a lot of lifts properly, like deadlifts, clean and jerk, snatch. So hip hinge, getting the hip hinge is very important in a lot of exercises. So I'll show you how you can, if you're just starting out, so you can practice how you can get the hip hinge by doing wall taps. So to practice hip hinge, you need to be close to the wall, and after that take 1 to 2 steps ahead, keep the stance hip width, and from there push your hip backs and try to touch the walls and come up. See, and your knees will get slightly bent and then come up. So that way you register in your mind that you need to push your hips back and bend over, and not do something like a squats. The bent over row involves more of hip. Your hip should go back. So this, the hip hinge. So practice this wall taps. Go ahead a bit and then push your hip back, come up. Keep your spine straight, come up. You can go more ahead and practice this. So once you get this right, then you will be able to execute the bent over row in a proper form and technique. So this was the video about how to do the bent over rows correctly. I have other videos on home workouts, healthy recipes, nutrition, science videos. You can check them out. And also, if you would like to follow me on Instagram and Facebook, I have put up my handle somewhere near here. You can follow me over there. I put a lot of fitness related content. So please do like, share and subscribe to the channel.